I ooh 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 the tenderness. Ooh, I've been hitting that gym too hard. Just get in there and get excited, and I can't halfway walk. But anyway, that ain't what this video is about. This is about what's going on in the garden. How did I mow grass and miss that honk? I don't know. Anyway, so y'all see I planted my little excess onions over here. They doing pretty good. I got some still. Y'all see some rolled potatoes coming up. But what I really wanted to show y'all was those little collard pieces I broke off. Weed. But here's another one. Um, they have taken root. I see some new little leaves on them. How big the plant's gonna get, I don't know. This over here was the smallest one. But that's really just an experiment. I'm not looking to be able to, pay bills off them little pieces. But I just wanted to show y'all that you can break little branches off and plant them, and they will do a little something. The weather's been kind of up and down here. It warmed up to the 80s, and it cooled down last night to 46. It's supposed to be 36 tonight. I'm not really liking that for seed germination, but I'll show y'all that later. But y'all can see the greens that I do have. They're now going to seed beautifully. What, Fee? Yeah. Uh-huh. I was mowing grass, well, weed eating rather, and found a squirrel body that he had. I don't know. Do cats bury their victims? I just, sir, I don't care that you're mourning your prey. I don't care. Anyway, so yeah, y'all can see you still, and don't think this ain't like lettuce. When this goes to seed, you can still eat these leaves at the bottom. Just if you wanted to continue to go to seed, just leave the tops. And like I said, uh, yeah, I leave this for the pollinators for the most part. I do eat the leaves, but it's really just to draw in pollinators. And then when that quits doing its thing, then it's gone. So the time is putting its little flowers on and putting new growth on and stuff, which is nice. Um, let's see what else we got going on here. We really don't have a lot going in the front. It's like a mullet. It's more of a party in the back. I did have some volunteer red mustards that I stuck in about 4 or 5 places. And then I did throw down some seeds. Like, that's just a seed that I threw down that germinated. I threw some seeds randomly in here. But because of how dense this pine straw is, I'll show y'all what I did in the meantime. But these are the Vates collards right here, and they're going to seed. And I'm going to try to isolate them so that I can get some pure Vates collards again. I did have some Alabama blues, but I don't necessarily see them. The onions and the leeks are looking good. This is lavender, supposedly. This particular thyme here is the prettiest, thickest, densest thyme. That other thyme is English. I think that's German. My chives are getting those pretty flowers on them. These are onions. These are leeks, though. You can see how nice and thick the stems are. And if you just cover the bases or something with either dirt or pine straw, you will get the blanching effect. But I ain't really worried about that. I done ate about 2 of them already, but the strawberries are looking good. Them the same ones I got from a Starduster a while back. So those are the same ones, and they still growing and doing good. So let me see. Oh, the other one is showing up. He's been out here with me this morning. I'm just out here surveying things. I have some things to do later after I come back from the gym, but I'm gonna do that afterwards. It's actually kind of cool this morning. Last night it was 46. I think it's like 50 something degrees right now. So, but y'all see my onions. all around the edge there. Y'all see I got some watermelons that's starting to germinate. Now these seeds I put down, I really can't remember exactly what seeds did I throw down. But it doesn't look like the germination rate is that good, but I don't know. We're going to wait a little more on that and see. This celery is going to seed in one place and growing beautiful leaves in another place. But look at that Swiss chard, y'all. And for those of y'all that y'all read yeah, what is it? You're just looking at me? You want me to tote you? Sometimes he likes to be carried. Anyway, this is 4 Swiss chard plants. And y'all see I can still see some dirt over there. I feel like I need to plant something over there. But this is 4 Swiss chard plants. And I know it looks like one big huge one. But it may be 3. No, it's 4 because this one branched off. See, 1, 2. This is the base of the 3rd one. And then that's the base of the biggest one, the 4th one. So that's 4 plants in there. So if you're wondering how tight you can plant your Swiss chard, you can plant them pretty tight. Just make sure your soil is where it needs to be and doing what it's supposed to be doing. And you can plant them like that. All this planting stuff a mile apart, it's great if you got 45 acres, but when you're trying to make it do what it do. This is my little celery that I put in here about, I don't know, it may be about 2 months ago. It's just a butt. I just put the butt in there. Y'all, if you want to grow celery, that's the easiest way to grow it. When you buy celery from the store, buy a heart with the bottom on it. That bottom part you just cut off, just put it in the dirt. Don't do none of that water. Don't do none of that stuff. I think sooner or later, and I'm going to talk about this real quick a little bit. I think sooner or later, people are going to really pay attention and start figuring out that water thing is a waste of time. When it comes to avocado pits, I'm not saying it doesn't work. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it really just kind of takes up your time when you can just put it in dirt and it'll grow. I think that became pop. People start seeing this stuff on YouTube, and it's cool. Oh, look, you can watch the roots grow and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay. Put it in dirt and let it grow. Because they don't really show you in these short little 2-minute videos how many times they had to do that to get it to successfully do that. And then they don't show you, look at this oregano. Look at how pretty. And they don't show you the process of going from the water to the dirt if it was actually successful. Because I'm going to be honest, when they edit that and cut it, you don't know what they've done once they turn the camera off. You have no clue. So you're just, at their mercy that they telling the truth about this stuff. So, really, Chris? Really. But y'all know me. I'm going to shoot straight with you. I ain't doing all them extra steps and risking killing stuff and mold and fungus gnats and all this other stuff. Put it in the dirt. Keep pushing. Don't even worry about all that other stuff. I got some volunteer tomatoes coming up in here. Not sure what kind of tomatoes those are, but I'll prick them out of there. This is a beet here, but over on that side, this is passion fruit. And I'm going to let this passion fruit grow up this tree. I killed the ivy at the base. It's not dead at the top yet, but it's slowly dying. And I'm going to let the passion fruit take that over and keep that English ivy at bay, which that is the devil. So this is my corn and squash little plot. So this is 2 sisters. It may turn into 3 sisters, but if it does turn into 3 sisters, I'm gonna wait a little bit because I want to wait to plant those beans, because those beans, sir. And I found out he likes to nibble corn. Watch this. Y'all see that? Do you see that, Chris? That corn, I know it's organic. That corn is for me. So I thought squirrels had been biting the tips off my stuff. I came out here one day and found out who the squirrel was. Chris, now wait a minute. Now, you chewing these leaves down kind of far. Get off of that. No. See, all this time, the people, how do you keep your cats out of your beds? And then you wait till 2022 to act a fool. Oh, Lord have mercy. mercy. But anyhow, this is two sisters right now, corn and squash. And the squash I have in here is buttercup. This one by far is the prettiest one. But I have like 7 that germinated. I think I may have sowed 14 seeds, 16 seeds, something like that. So I had 50% germination. But those seeds were from 2 or 3 years ago. Those were pre-pandemic seeds. So that lets you know how long ago that was. Mulberries have leafed out. Gooseberries have leafed out and are still leafing out. These have, see all the flowers? They're blooming. These are blooming. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I tasted one of these bad boys. They make a long pod and they have, this one looks to have about 6 peas in it. But you talking about tasting good. Ooh, the peas were so sweet. I mean, just sweet. Where we at? 11 minutes. Let me speed up my little tender legs. Okay, let's see. I think I'm gonna have to buy some pigeon pea seeds. I think I'm gonna go buy some from Dan. And he gave me seeds a while ago. I want to say 3 years ago. And I planted some the first year. Killed those. Well, the cold killed them, but technically I did. Planted some the second year. Killed those. This year, I don't know if it's just not warm enough, which it may not be warm enough. But seeds don't stay viable forever. They say bean and pea seeds lose their viability the fastest. So far, I had 1 to germinate. Now, maybe the others. I sold 18 seeds. I sold all the rest of them that I have. But I will say this. My Carolina African Runner peanuts are coming up. The squirrels did get to some of them, but it, long as I got one, plant your girl good. My figs, you can see my figs leafing out. Oh, and by the way, I did put 2 pea plants in these things. My thought is nitrogen fixers, they'll feed themselves for the most part. I mean, I'll do a little something, but as far as nitrogen, I don't want to have to worry about it. But y'all can see my, the 2 Emmas are looking real good. That Emma, at some point I'm going to cut the top out of it. I cut the top out of this one to, I think I sent somebody a cutting. I can't remember who I sent it to, but anyway. I'm going to cut the tops out to make these branch out a little more. Ain't that right, Chris? You going to have me cut? These 2 are Violet de Bordeaux. Those 2 are Emmas. This is a brown turkey. This is a Celeste. LSU Gold brown turkey. And I have 2 Calimirna, or however you say it. I still haven't looked up the pronunciation of that. 2 of those in the greenhouse. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different varieties of figs. I think the last one I want is LSU Purple. And then I think I'm going to quit on figs. There are a lot of varieties, but you can't have every variety of everything. I haven't tasted the LSU Golds to see if they're a keeper. Haven't tasted the Violet de Bordeaux or the Emmas to know if they're a keeper. So far, the brown turkeys and the Celeste are keepers. But I can tell you this. These LSU Golds, these figs must get huge. I've never had a plant have this big of figs on it. Because let me show you my brown turkey. But keep in mind, y'all, LSU, these are hybrids. When these schools breed this stuff, they're hybrids. These people want to holler about hybrid this and blah, blah, blah. I hope you know they hybrids. Them Primark Freedoms, all that stuff that University of Arkansas or whatever that school's called, Razorbacks, they breed all this crap. They're all hybrids like that. That's the whole purpose. They're trying to take a variety and make it better. When Kentucky State takes the pawpaws, because people tell me that the pawpaws that come from Kentucky State are way better than all the other ones in flavor and growth. That's the whole purpose. That's the purpose of research and why schools do stuff like that. So brown turkeys, to my understanding, are just an old wild variety that was never, but you can kind of see, can y'all see? The lighting's terrible, but you can kind of see how little that fig is. And this tree is much older. You can see how big that fig is. I'll show you on this Celeste. I'm not exactly sure if Celeste, how much of a hybrid it is, but I don't think it's been through the rigorous changes that they do when they make stuff like LSU Gold and stuff like that. I don't think it's one of those types. So the point I'm making is, when you get stuff like that, just know that it's, it was bred to do that. And that's why people, increases production, the size of your fruits and all that stuff. But to me, I don't care about none of that. What do it taste like? Because this don't make huge figs. The brown turkey, but they taste delicious. We're going to see what them LSU Golds taste like. I don't go on what other people say anymore, because people tell you, oh, it's delicious, it's delicious, it's delicious. It's delicious because they grew it. I found that some people's mouths is broke. Like, and sometimes it's easy to tell. Like, if you think Sweet Baby Ray's is the best barbecue sauce in the world, I have news for you. Your mouth is broken. I'm just saying. But that's Arkansas Prime. Once again, these are bred to grow on first year wood. So that's another thing. Most time blackberries fruit on second year canes. That's why you'll have canes that grow in this year. You'll notice they won't have any fruit. The next year, those are the ones that'll have fruit on it, whereas the old canes died. Oh look, a bee has shown up. But yeah, so these different ones like this, like I should get fruit. Look at this. I should get fruit on those. Those are some that were open. We'll see if those fruit. Now you just kind of landed like you about half asleep. It is kind of cool this morning. I don't know what they got going on, but I'm gonna let him do his thing. Hopefully. Look at this. Look. Are you hunting your brother? Y'all so silly. Y'all, they do that. They will do that. I'm glad y'all didn't see that bee. So my cilantro is finally coming up. Lamb's quarter, and then once again, like I said, this unidentified. I grew that last year. Y'all, it smells wonderful. And I know it's some kind of herb. I purposely planted it. And it reseeded itself, but I do not know what it is. And this year I'm going to have to figure out what it is. Persimmon's leafing out. The potatoes are still doing just fine. I've got to cut all this BS in between here down. I'm going to creep through here. I'm letting this worm bin finish. I'm going to let the worms eat everything in it. Is that the same bumblebee? I just saw a bumblebee flying over there by the, I'll let some brassicas go, those sprouting broccoli. See, and that's why I leave stuff. I'm going to go over there later and try to show y'all. That's why I leave that stuff. And so many people pull stuff. Oh, these little flowers don't mean nothing. Oh, yes, they do. So I was going to do some heavy pruning on this, but then it turned out to start shooting out branches and all kind of stuff. I still may do some pruning. I'm not exactly sure where. No, I think I know where, because like this, the way this is growing in that way, I don't like it. But new growth on that, I need to fold all this stuff up, because I don't need those frost cloths anymore. That's what I was using that for. But you can see all the new growth on the navel orange. Hopefully this year I'm going to try to, and I need to cut those vines. Look at all this new growth. So since we didn't have a super hard winter, it's probably gonna drop these leaves, because it looks like everywhere those leaves is coming out, I'm getting a branch now, which is good. That means the roots must really be doing a thizzle. I mean, it's branching out everywhere, and I'm gonna keep it fed good so it can continue to do that. Had a few more peach blossoms come out, but I'm gonna try to show y'all without ripping off any. That one wasn't gonna make it anyway. That one either. That one either. A lot of these, yeah, a lot of those first blooms, yeah, I don't think they're gonna stick around, because they had blooms all over this tree. But here's one. This is when you can tell they've taken, because you'll come back and it'll be a nice size. It won't still be little like this, and you barely touch it and it comes off. It'll go ahead and swell up and drop the flower. This branch here is dead. That's going to get cut off. Barbecue wood. I don't waste none of my fruit wood. Don't never waste your fruit wood. Even if you don't barbecue, give it to somebody who do barbecue. If you don't cook, they're okay, fine. But give it to somebody who do cook. You'll see this one is kind of swelling a little bit, and it's already dropped this flower. Whereas this one right here, see how I just barely touched it and it fell off. but the one next to it took. You see how it's shedding. See, it'll shed its little flower. And you'll be left with that little fuzzy thing. So that's what peaches look like when they're tiny like that. The light's terrible. Sorry, y'all. That's another one. So, this is why I don't thin my trees as of right now, because they tend to thin themselves. I usually don't have to go back through and thin anything. Like I said, they usually thin themselves. All of this little stuff that, I'm barely touching it and it's just like falling off. Now that one took. That one took. That one didn't. So yeah. This tree did put out a few little blooms. We'll see what it do. This is the rootstock, y'all. Look at how pretty. I don't know if y'all can tell how pretty those leaves are, but they're freaking red. I don't know if this rootstock makes peaches or not. It probably does not. Or if it does, it probably makes really hard, sour peaches. Or at least that's what they claim they use as rootstock. It is all the stuff that's undesirable. But it just grows really well. Which that stuff do grow good. All that grew is taller than the actual part that's grafted onto the tree. It's much taller. Y'all probably can tell from this angle how pretty those leaves are. But I said I was going to graft onto that. That's why I didn't cut it off. So that way I have another variety that's actually grafted to the rootstock. And what I'm thinking about doing is, I've got like 4 branches. This one's dead. I've got maybe 4 branches. I might graft 4 different varieties on. Maybe like nectarines or other stone fruits. This pear didn't really give me anything. Just like that peach, it barely gives me anything. But I'm gonna see, can I find some of these pears down in here? Here we go. So y'all, like, there's 1. There's 2 more. There's some more up there. But this tree does have quite a few pears. It's hard to see them because they're so green. Apples just now leafing out. Let's see. My nose is running. So to replace all my collards and stuff in the front, this half is turnips if I'm not mistaken, and this half looks to be collards judging from those leaves. Y'all remember my experiment tomatoes that I got from the store, those mini San Marzanos? So if y'all think that method don't work, see what I'm saying? That looked like almost 100% germination. That all came up. I'm not sure what this little cluster of stuff is coming up, because this is onions I put in here. You can see the little green onions coming up. I think those are some kind of cucumber or melon, Jamaican sorrel. I got a pepper coming up in there. Another banana came up. Oh, by the way, this is not a promo for Walmart, but bought a jelly bean, blueberry, baby cakes, blackberry, and peach sorbet blueberry. Gotta pop those up today. I'm gonna do that when I come back from the gym. Got bananas coming up. Got bananas. No, this is weed. That's not banana. Those 2 are bananas. But you see, I got bananas kind of. Look, there are 2 or 3 more bananas. They're just kind of coming up everywhere. And I fed those really, really good. I had a mishap with my fertilizer, and I just had to go ahead and pour it all over various parts of the garden. And so that's what I did. These turnip greens, they loving it. They loving it. They want some more of it. This is longevity spinach that Aisha sent me. Peanuts over there. There's a tree collard in here, right there, looking really good and pretty. More turnips. These turnips right here. Now this I need to cut out of here. But look at how they overtaken. They won't even let my tree collard. My tree collard is growing though. It's fighting through all that, which is good to see. More peanuts coming up. More turnips. Look at the size of the leaves on the turnips. I also put what did I put in here? What's some things? Oh crap! I raved about them last year. Ground cherries. I was struggling. Look at this. Turnip. I burn them a little bit with a little fertilizer, but turnips. This is callaloo. So you'll see little callaloo coming up everywhere. Over here, my pear. This is the pear in the yard that I showed y'all that had all of those flowers on them. I never have germination issues with this tree. I mean, pollination issues. I never have pollination issues with this tree. I'm sure this tree will give me all them pounds that I always give me. This is the original blueberry I had. I'll be seeing the bees out here working that. That's some comfrey for Humble Service Homestead. She wanted some comfrey, so I dug her comfrey up, and it's going out Monday morning. So I'm gonna hurry up, y'all. I know this video long as I don't know what. My mushrooms are doing well. I watered them today. I can tell that the mycelium is growing very rapidly through the straw. So I should have mushrooms very soon. I'm also going to get some more spawn. I think I want to do lion's mane and maybe chicken of the woods or something. So this is a raspberry. I had this from last year. It's a golden raspberry. Can't remember if it's gold heritage or what it is. It's got some garlic growing in it. This is the butterfly weed or the pleurisy. Pleurisy root I had from last year. Believe it or not, some of these little mulberries actually made mulberries and they tasted delicious. They were tiny, but they were delicious. These are Tay Berries. This is a white blackberry called Burbank, but this one and that one is a Tay Berry. A Tay Berry is a cross between a raspberry and a blackberry. Let me see. These are two Navajos. That's one Arapaho blackberry. I think that's the only new stuff in here. Y'all see that poke coming up out of there? But yeah, I think my goji berries are already making fruit. The Meyer lemon is looking good. A lot of the mulberries that I had in here already are branching out. So yeah, my two wine palms, and then I have my jelly palm right here. The jelly palm is actually growing a lot faster than I thought it would. That's a palm wonderful. I'm keeping that one. That's a white pomegranate. I forget what it's called, but it's a white one. That's the one Pit Stop Kitchen and Garden gave me. Let's see. And I got two figs down in there. Some more stuff, lemongrass. I need to get all of this stuff out. Oh, by the way, I have started process move over there. So I have started moving my stuff. I didn't film me moving those. Because I just got out here and just did it on 2 different days. I just, worked a couple of hours each day. My grapes are growing out. This is the grapes I've been had for a long, long time. The one I had over there died. I don't think it was made for this climate, and it also just was a pretty weak plant, I guess you could say. But this grape here seems to be doing much better. It doesn't mind growing. I just got to keep it clear around it. And then this is my muscadines that I got last year, and y'all can see how much new growth they've put out. I'm sure they'll start grabbing stuff here in just a minute because you see the little tendrils and stuff. I don't think this is an ideal spot, but what they might do is try to seek the light, and they might just grow up. If the muscadines grow up the trees, I'm okay with it. It's not a big thing to me. I don't care. But I am going to do something better than what I have here right now. That's just kind of temporary. So yeah, that's everything that's out here. This is the mushrooms. Let me see, growing on a straw. I just watered them earlier, so if you're wondering why they're wet. But I'm going to try to show y'all. Y'all see how the box, can y'all see that fur? It's already, you know what I'm saying? And it's taking over the box and everything. So this one isn't doing that yet, I don't think. But it might start. If I I see I've been moving the boxes in this one, but you can kind of tell if you disturb it. Like for instance, it wasn't growing up this far at the top, and I see that white stuff. That's mycelium right there growing. But yeah, that's another reason why I was trying to keep cardboard and stuff down on top of it to help keep it moist. So yeah, that's how everything looking out here. That's my little tour. If there's anything y'all want to see or curious about that I haven't shown, please let me know, because I do forget. I do forget stuff. Y'all got to keep in mind, I walk this every day, but I don't film it every day. So I forget what I've shown y'all and what I haven't shown y'all. The true yams, they're sprouting back up out of here. I put diatomaceous earth in here because this was an ant mound about 2 days ago. I don't know what happened to the ants. There's a few coming out right there, but it's not like it was. But anyway, that's what we got. Over here, we'll finish moving this stuff. Can y'all see that? See that big old bee right there? Actually, it's not moving though, but I'm sure maybe it's sleepy. It's kind of cold today. But yeah, so that's why I leave this kind of stuff. That's a lot of flowers and a lot of food for the different bees. But all right, y'all. So until next time, see you guys later.